right, well, this one here is called IWishAKarenWould. All right. Now, I was at a parking lot at a Walmart looking for a parking spot. I saw a dude moving from the spot. In order for me to get to that, I had to back into the handicap to give him room to maneuver. I heard somebody talking about, excuse me. Now, before I can excuse her, she's all up in my face talking about, without the right plates, you can't park in this space. I said,
what is this? Mind your business. She stepped back, got on her phone, and just started staring. So I stuck my head out the window. I said, how art thou now, you Karen? But by this time, the guy had moved out the space. But she's still in the way. So
I honked my horn and waved my entrance. She said, hey! And jumped out the way.
So I pulled on in the space. Now she's back up in my face, talking about you people. I'm like, who people? My people? I thought it was we the people. Oh, when it comes to y'all people, we not people? Well, hey, I feel people are people.
Then I heard the N-word. Go back to where you come from. You're not welcome here. I said, well, hell, you should have thought about that before you brought us here. You know, we're here to stay. Get used to it. Quit putting all that mental and physical abuse to it.
She said, you know what? I said, yeah, I met what once. He was with this dude named So. They was in a group called So What? But she still wouldn't ease up. Oh, ask me, what's my name?
I said, D's. She said, D's what? I said, D's nuts. She looked at me talking about, well, I never.
I just looked up and down. I said, I see why. Bye, Karen. And I went on in the store. But as I passed through the door, this dude with dark glasses asked us if I need some help.
I said, help I don't need. I go over to the literary section because I likes to read.
But before I get a good chance to take a look, I feel I'm being watched. I turned around and there's some clown down in the aisle reading the book, but he's so clueless, he don't know that the book is upside down. No surprise. I go all over to the men's section. Maybe I found me some shorts for work. Then I look and see the same guy down at the other end of the aisle sizing up his shirt. I made the connection. This is theft protection. Time for me to teach him a good old cross and the messenger type of lesson.
So I looked, I said, hey, who's that man?
And I pointed over his shoulder. And when he looked back, I was gone. Like Batman. He got on the phone and started panicking. You see, I dipped down the aisle, I grabbed the hat and the coat, and I almost like a mannequin.
He's so clueless, he was standing in front of me when he got a call on the radio. Some lady said, he's over here. I said, I'm on it. He went that way. I went that way to electronics.
Now, for a moment, I think I'm in the clear. But now I got to deal with this Harry Potter-looking cashier. But before I can check out, they done found me. Low-key trying to surround me. It's the Three Stooges. The guy with the dark glasses, some lady with a radio, and the guy I call clueless. But then Harry asked, do you need a bag? I said, without denying it. He said, don't you care about the environment? I said, don't even be trying it. I ain't complying with it. I'm a black man. You don't understand. I can't just walk out the store with stuff in my hand. This transaction ain't complete without me getting my bag, you removing that tag, and giving me a receipt for all I'm buying, see? Plus, I still got the Three Stooges over here eyeing me.
But once things are done, I looked at them and said, no justice, no peace. But when I look out the door, I see that stank-ass Karen with two police. So as I walk out the door, they was just too happy. They had their guns pointed at me. They was ready to attack me. They said, is this the man who tried to run you over? I got body slammed. I said, wait, let me show you. I got it on dash cam. But they did give me the benefit of the doubt, but they kept their guns on me as I pulled my phone out. Now they're about to go ballistic until they saw the realistic. How Karen had twisted this to fit her privileges, trying to make me a statistic instead of minding her businesses. There was no excusing this verbal abuser and racist nonsense. Bringing in big guns for this nonsense, trying to get me shot for this nonsense. They got Karen laws for this nonsense.
They cuffed and stuffed her like they should. The moral of the story is, I wish a Karen would.